and all her eyes was a newborn bride. She whistled as she went. Here you are, you're shining like a star, you're shaking like a leaf on a tree. There you go, you're drifting through the snow, trying to find out exactly who you are. Blankets under stars and a sign to call upon was a matter of urgency. Ran into the river in an early morning shiver to write our names in history. Here you are, you're shining like a star, you're shaking like a leaf on a tree. There you go, you're drifting through the snow, trying to find out exactly who you are.
On Fox FM now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Australian singer-songwriter Andrew Morris. And Andrew's got a new album out, Shadow of a Shadow, just been released. And also, Andrew will be playing on October 28th at the Excelsior Hotel in Sydney. G'day, Andrew.
G'day, Dave.
Mate, we'll talk about the new album to start with, Shadow of a Shadow. I did my research, and you put the album together in a home studio in Mount Nebo, and that's overlooking Moreton Bay. The album took a little over a year. I'm guessing it's because you had great views. Did you stretch this out?
Yeah, I did. I was there for about 2 years, actually. I was caretaking this lovely cottage. It's just on the outskirts of Brisbane and just amazing views. It was a lovely place to live, and all I had to do was feed some horses and do a bit of gardening, and that was it. So plenty of time to make a record in lovely surrounds from what can you ask for.
Did you find that really impacted how the album eventually turned out? Was it totally different to what you envisaged at the beginning?
It changed from what I envisaged, because I actually started out writing this really softly mountain folk sort of record, you know, stripped back acoustic guitars, pretty folky stuff. And there's some of that still on the record, but because I had my own studio and I had a drum kit lying around and stuff, I couldn't really resist getting on and playing electric guitars and drums as well. So there's a bit of a mix on there. It sort of swerved away from the mountain folk.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The title of the album, where does it come from and what does it mean, Shadow of a Shadow?
It came from a book which I can't even recall. I just like it as a phrase. I think it's a cool phrase. I mean, the album's got some darker moments, so I suppose that's where the Shadow of a Shadow connection comes from. It actually, the working title was Mountain Songs, which seemed a little bit unadventurous, so that's why I was looking for something a bit more ambiguous. And you just have to make up your own decision on that album title, but I think it's a good sort of bit of imagery.
I think it is too, because I was thinking about it, the Shadow of a Shadow. I'm trying to think what it meant for me, and then I thought, it's like songs. You'll listen to a song and everyone has their own interpretation of that song.
Exactly, and I like that about songwriting. And some artists sort of talk about their songs and what they mean, and I just like leaving it up to the listener to make their own decision, really.
Do you get much feedback at all from listeners stroke fans who say, oh, this song meant this to me and this song means this to me?
Yeah, you do get that, and that's awesome, because, I mean, obviously you write songs for yourself a lot of the time, you know, whether it's cathartic or, you know, you're trying to purge some sort of emotion or get some sort of point across, but when it can relate to other people, that's a real bonus, I reckon, and it's great to hear.
How would you describe the album? Because as you said, you were sort of initially looking at making it a stripped-back sort of folk record. How would you describe how the album has turned out?
Well, I think there's still that there, as I mentioned, so I don't know, I sort of call it like mountain folk rock now. I think that's the best way to describe it.
You say that again?
Mountain folk rock.
All right, I'll note that one down, because that's a new genre, I think, Andrew.
Yeah. I don't know if I've got that on MySpace yet. I'll have to look.
Very good. Let us know some of your favourite tracks on the album. Are there any that stand out and you've said, I really love that one and I really love performing it live?
Well, I haven't performed any live yet, so that's yet to be decided, but I definitely love track one, which is called Exiles. It's one I actually wrote for my last record that didn't make it onto the record, and I've never actually recycled a song before, and this is the first time, and I sort of dressed it up production-wise in a different way, and it just came out really cool. I got a friend of mine called Meg Washington to sing some backing vocals on it. So it's got like this 4-part harmony, real rollicking folk rock sort of song, and I was really happy with that one.
Recording the album at home, this latest release, is that how you've always done it, or was it in a slick studio, the previous 4 albums?
I suppose I didn't get the pressures of time, which is an advantage. I could just do it at my own leisure, you know, get up, have some breakfast and start recording, and obviously no one looking over my shoulder as well. And it was a pretty cool way to record and something I've never done before, and I think it succeeded anyway.
It'd be only the horses who were looking over your shoulder, looking for a feed.
Right. Neighing over me, yeah.
Is there any sort of neighing in the background of some of the songs that inadvertently got in there?
There's no neighing, but you can definitely hear some bird noises. At times you can hear the rain and creaking of chairs and all that sort of stuff. It was a pretty honest recording, I
Really?
think, in that sense. You could definitely hear where I was.
Your songs, how do they usually come to you? Are they immediate? Does it take you a while to write them? Or is it bang, got it, finished?
It can happen anyway, really. Often I'll just be playing the guitar and I'll get a bit of a riff or a chord progression and a melody, and I'll start singing a few lines and jot them down. And so often it starts in a very subconscious way. Like I very rarely sit down and say, okay, I'm going to write a song about a bicycle. I'll actually just come up with some lines, and then from there I'll develop a scene. So usually the lyrics might take a little bit longer to evolve as opposed to the music. But I seem to find that when I've done that and I go, oh wow, that song's about this, it sort of makes sense, you know.